If you've not heard of David Ross, you'd be forgiven. Spending the past 25 years serving in executive positions for major financial institutions and having been involved with Fortune 500 companies over the last 10 years, David has kept his family and himself pretty private. One of the most reputable traders and management executives, he is now taking the cryptocurrency and Forex industries by storm. So if you've not heard of David yet, everyone soon will. Hi, I'm Lisa, and we've managed to secure an exclusive interview with David at his luxury multi-million-pound home in the UK to talk about him co-founding his new boutique investment firm, Monex Crypt Capital. So we're just waiting for David to arrive. Shouldn't be too long, and we can head inside. The man himself, David Ross. It's lovely to meet you, David.
Great to meet you too, Lisa. And the UK weather looks promising, which makes a pleasant change.
It certainly does. And wow, what an incredible house you have here. I was sitting admiring it whilst I was waiting for you to arrive. Thanks so much for granting us this one-to-one meeting to discuss your new investment firm, Monex Crypt Capital.
Ah, you're perfectly welcome, Lisa. But in actual fact, I've taken the liberty of inviting a few of my management team along as well, just so you get a good feel for the type of firm we are from various aspects of the business.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, our CEO and co-founder, Declan Whitaker, can't be with us today. He's in Singapore attending a major investment network on MCC's behalf, but I do know he'd have loved to be here today as well.
Oh, no worries at all. I'm sure we can catch up with Declan in a future episode.
I'm sure we can.
So, David, lead the way. Let's grab a seat and have a chat with you and your team.
Of course. You found the place okay, did you?
Thank you so much for taking the time to sit with me today to discuss MCC. Now, before we start, if you could introduce yourselves to the audience.
My name is Gareth. I'm the Director of Marketing for MCC.
Hi, I'm Samantha and I head up the customer services side of the firm.
And I'm Michelle and I'm the Human Resources Director.
Thank you again for joining us today. So David, we've all had a quick chat off camera before the cameras started rolling, as I wasn't expecting any of your lovely colleagues to be here today, but it seems like you have a really strong foundation for Monex Crypt. Now, it seems unlikely many of our audience will have heard of your firm as you've literally just launched, so perhaps you could give us a background on what MCC is.
Yes, absolutely. Well, firstly, I figured having my entire executive team around me today would give you a better understanding of the overall scope of our project. We're all going for the same vision of helping drive the business forward, and each of the team here is individually very talented, I have to say that, in their areas of expertise. So do please ask them any questions you want to, and guys, please feel free to chip in at any point too. Well, as a general introduction, my name's David Ross. I'm the co-founder and chairman of MCC, and I've been working in the financial services industry for the past 25 years. I started off in the crazy paced world of trading, learning the craft for about 10 years. And then I worked my way into an executive position at a Fortune 500 company, where I helped them restore their brand, revenues and their profits. And then I was given this incredible opportunity about 8 years ago to lead a team of 210 traders at a major investment firm with the ability to shape the entire future of the business. That's big budgets and access to all of the resources I needed.
So why the big switch to starting your own investment business?
I thought you might ask that. Well, all that was going incredibly well, Lisa, but I sort of was starting to tire of the way that certain investment firms treated their clients. You know, the unjustifiable fees and the lack of real client interaction. So I came to a bit of a crossroads in my life where I could have just carried on as I was, or I could make a change. And with that last 8 years in corporate portfolio management, with everything I learned at the last business, I was really inspired to go it alone and really refine how we structure our services, not only for large corporate clients, but also the average hard-working person who also wants to invest wisely without being ripped off or without just becoming a number on a spreadsheet. And that's basically how MCC has come to fruition. I've taken everything I've learned from building a super successful team, along with my co-founder and CEO Declan, and applied all of that knowledge into this new venture. Monex Crypt is a premier cryptocurrency and Forex trading boutique that offers a vast but simplified range of services to help our clients invest wisely.
Now, you mentioned Declan. Now, I know he can't be here today as he's currently in meetings in Singapore right now, but could you give us some background on him?
Yes, of course. So Declan is the co-founder and CEO of Monex Crypt Capital. He's actually got slightly more industry experience than I have by a few years, and he's been working on the corporate portfolio management side for the past 7 years. Well, our paths crossed a few times early on in our careers, and we've actually worked previously at the same Fortune 500 company together in executive positions. And Declan's of a very similar mindset to me, so our ideas naturally gravitated towards each other. And the more we spoke about it, the more it seemed like the perfect idea to set up our own firm. He was also at this similar crossroads to me, and we'd spoken about this idea for about 4 or 5 years. It was only now that it seemed the perfect opportunity to bring it all to life. And hopefully, next time we have a meeting like this, Declan's diary will allow him also to be here. I know he'd have loved to be with us all today.
Fantastic. So by the sounds of things, this is an investment firm for the everyday person. And what about MCC's marketing and platform? Have they launched yet, or are clients able to use the company?
Yes, MCC was established in the UK in July 2018. We have some very high-profile investors which we worked with in the past, and we're going to continue work on their portfolios to ramp up investments and to use our unique strategy, which only MCC have. Our official soft launch was October 2018, but this was really just to cater for our previous clients who wanted to move their investments across to us and gave us a chance to sort out any teething problems. But now that all our systems are in place, including all our expert traders, we've just started opening our doors to all clients.
Yes, I think before the official launch we had just over 400 interested users on our waiting list. And that was just through word of mouth, based on people hearing that David was going to set up his own investment firm. And people just naturally followed him with their portfolios.
That's a nice compliment.
Yeah, well, that's based on 25 years of networking, connecting with people in the industry, cultivating those relationships, making clients money. So it is nice that people want to follow me and follow my advice as well.
I can imagine. And how do the payment structures work? Because I guess, like with most big investment firms, you need a few £1,000s or dollars to start a portfolio at MCC.
It's actually a lot more straightforward than that. It was one of our goals from the start that anyone with any background and any amount of capital can actually start a portfolio with us and get the same investment advice and resources as someone who was investing, say, $2 million. So you can actually open an account with us with an initial $100 and withdraw as little as $10 at a time with no fees from MCC. So in essence, you can actually have access to your capital at any time.
Yes, and if I could just interject there for 1 minute. We've even made the depositing as easy as possible too. So you can deposit in Bitcoin, Ethereum and Dash payments. And we're working on unveiling our own card payment system for customized MCC deposits and withdrawals.
And on the topic of money, how soon after opening an account and making a deposit does the portfolio start yielding profit?
The portfolio is actually set up within the first 24 hours of opening the account, and then the capital you deposit is also invested within 24 hours. And then after the first week, a 2.3% daily profit is sustained regardless of how volatile the markets are.
How is that even possible? You mentioned even in volatile markets, and well, we all know how unstable the cryptocurrency market is right now.
Yes, but to cut a long and boring story short, we have the very best traders and access to the very best trading software that can even help us automate some aspects of trading. So whether the market goes up or down, the AI software can trade based on trends in the milliseconds. Now, the combination of traders we have on board, some of whom have followed me from previous jobs, have been making daily profits of between 4 to 6% for the past 2 years. And that's why I ensured they came with me to MCC.
Yes, the recruiting of staff has been critical for us, and that's why we're managing such high net worth portfolios right now, because of the reputation of the traders and the intelligent software solutions that we utilise. We have 18 full-time staff right now, and 50% are made up of the trading team. 5 are expert Forex traders, and 4 are reputable cryptocurrency traders. And my job right now is to focus on the careful expansion of that team. We knew that once we opened the doors for investors that we'd be at capacity, hence creating the waiting list for clients to register their interest early on in the year. I've been working with some of the top recruitment staff and headhunters in this industry, and we've created a very careful selection process to ensure that the people that we bring on board are not only the best at it, but they and share our vision for the expansion and the reputation of the firm.
Sounds like a busy job. And what about those plans? Where do you see MCC in 2 to 3 years? Now, I know that is quite a hard thing to say as you're literally just at launch stage.
Not at all. We actually have very clear visions for the next 3 to 5 years, especially based on what us as a team have achieved respectively in other firms over the past 10 years. Without mincing my words, and I know everyone at this table agrees, but we're aiming to be one of the top 10 investment firms in the next 5 years. It sounds like a bold statement, but we have the team, the network, and the resources to achieve that.
Absolutely. If we weren't going to aim for dizzying heights, well, I might as well have stayed at my last job.
Excellent to hear. I'm really looking forward to reading about Monex in the future when you're at the height of your industry. We're looking back at this interview at your table. If I'm honest, I've got hundreds of questions to ask, and I'm sure the audience watching this do also, but I am also really conscious of taking up too much of your time. So for the more important questions, where can people find that information?
The best place is actually our website. We've got lots of FAQs on there that answer the most common questions our clients have, such as the process of registering, internal risk management, legal implications, depositing, investing, and there's also questions on there about our staff and our profit guarantees. We're also at the other end of the phone too, so if any questions aren't answered on the website, we're all happy to advise by phone or by email. And once again, our concept is we want to make sure our clients and prospects are fully educated on how we operate before they invest any money at all. That's why we're all happy to advise.
Perfect. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. I do have one more question though, David. Can I have a tour of your beautiful house after this interview?
Yes, of course you can.